What is happening, everyone? Welcome to Dr. Prepper. Today, we are going over one of the most important kits that you should have in your home, and that is a lights out kit. Now, whether that is lights out because your power's out, because you couldn't pay your bill, whatever it might be, whatever emergency would cause your power to be out, meaning you have no power, no lights. This is one of the most important kits, in my opinion, that you should have ready to go in your house. Now, a lot of things are broken into kits for me. I like to do different kits for different things, whether it's a bag that I keep in my truck, whether it's this lights out kit that you see here, whether it's a sling bag that I keep on me every day, all kinds of different kits. And I like breaking things up like that. That way, I know if I need a specific item or something of that nature, or the power goes out and I need certain items, I know right where to go and what is in the bag itself. So first, I would like to disclose not every possible thing that I would need and use is in this bag. But what your lights out kit should be at minimum is something to get you going, get you some lighting around your given area that you're going to be using. It is the best idea to kind of hunker down in one, maybe two rooms at the most if you're out of power. That way you can light one room, you can heat one room, focus all your time and energy on that one room, right? And getting that room pretty much situated until you can get the power back on or until the power comes back on. So this kit is basically to get me started and get me to my other gear and supplies that I could possibly need or use in a lights out situation. So instead of going with a plastic tote, or instead of going with an ammo can, which an ammo can would be good, but it doesn't have the size that I would require and like myself. You can definitely go that route depending on the size of your lights out kit. But one thing I love about this kit right here is I can pick this up and I can go anywhere with it. So say I have to leave my house, which would be the literal last resort. But say I had to leave my house, I can grab this thing and I can go with it. I can take this whole thing and go to a given room with it. So I like that versatility. It's got a grab handle here, and then it's also got a nice shoulder sling here that you can throw over your shoulder if you would like. And it's also littered with different pockets, different zipper spots. Now, this is something I grabbed off Sportsman's Guide a couple of years ago. If I can find these in stock, I will link them down below. If I can find something similar in stock, I will link them down below in the description. But this is more like, it's almost like a laptop bag in a sense, but it's way more than a laptop bag. So you do have a front spot here, and that is where I am going to keep my lighters. And I try to keep this fairly simple. I keep a little mini torch. It's brand new, I'm pretty sure anyway, or barely used, fully filled. These little torches come in handy, for candles, various other things that you could, possibly need. So I keep one of those in there. I actually have several of those in my truck, in the house, in different kits. I love these little torches. No, they're not the most dependable thing in the world, but when they're working, they are good to go, but do not solely rely on those. Now, I don't have anything back here in this zipper pouch, but you can store items in there if you would like. Now that is all that I have up there for now. This has been undergoing some different changes. So what I keep on the side here is an emergency radio. Now this is one of a couple that I have, but this one stays with this kit. That way I know I always have one, and it should still. So it is ready to go. It is set up. It does have an antenna there. It's got a little solar panel that, it'd give you a little charge. But the best thing about this is it actually has a crank here that you can get out and spin yourself to give this some battery. And I have actually let this thing die out, taken the batteries out of it. Oh, I don't have the batteries in it. And that is still working off of that charge right there. So it's an awesome little thing. This is also something I got from Sportsman's Guide. Sportsman's Guide is a great website to get different gear from. Old surplus stuff. They also carry new school sort of surplus stuff. Definitely check out Sportsman's Guide. Not Sportsman's Warehouse, not any of the other Sportsman's Guide. That is one of the best places to get gear and get gear at a good price, in my opinion. So an emergency radio is definitely a good thing. I keep a little crap flashlight in there that runs off AAA's. Probably took the batteries out. Or no, it doesn't run off AAA's. It runs off them little watch packs, which this is kind of just a throwaway thing. I do have some of them packs, but I don't really use them a whole lot. On this side, I keep just an extra hand towel, a microfiber towel. I also keep a couple mini microfiber cloths. And what else do I keep in here? I keep a little multi-tool in here, just a Walmart special. It's not the greatest thing, but for a kit like this, it works very well. Put that back in there. I also keep a reusable hand warmer in there. We'll put some of this stuff back. That way it's not too littered with stuff. Now, these are items that, just in my experiences, I have come across needing or using, so I keep them in this pack, under certain situations. Now, let's get to the main part of this thing. Now, one thing I love is matches. They're easy to pack, and I have a ton of these different matches just from going different places. And matches are easy to acquire, and they're great for getting something lit up that you need to light, whether it's a fire or a candle or what have you. You can never have enough matches, in my opinion. So that is solely what I keep up here. Just recently, my neighbor, when our power went out on our block, she had no lighters, no matches, no nothing. So she came over and asked if we had anything that she could use or borrow. I tossed her a couple of these, and she was good to go. So not only are they good for you, but they're good to help out your neighbor. So let's get into the main guts of this thing. So right away, I keep a reliable flashlight. That way, I can pull it out and I can get to looking at what I need, right? So I keep a glow stick, nightstick, safety stick here. I also keep these everywhere, different packs, different pouches, all that sort of thing. I love having these just because they kind of guarantee you a certain amount of light. So those are great to have. You can get them in a variety of different size packs and whatnot. They are hands down one of the best things. I keep a couple of these extendo lighters in here. You never know when you need to light a candle, get down in one of them candle jars. What I do is I get them long stick candles, and then I will use an old glass jarred candle and put the stick down in those and light that, and the wax kind of keeps it standing upright. So definitely good to have a couple of them stick lighters. Another thing that I keep in here, this is something that I have not had long. It's something that I'm kind of testing out to see how it does. But it's labeled as a solar wireless speaker, which it is. It is a speaker. You also have a dual light over there and a light over here. And the other capabilities that this has is it acts as a battery bank. It is a small battery bank, but nonetheless, it is a battery bank, and it also has quite a few different capabilities. You can plug USBs into this. You can plug USB-Cs into this. So it has a couple different capabilities. But what it also has is a detachable solar panel with it. So this is, if it continues to work good, this is something that could prove to be invaluable. Now, this is not my sole item for a battery bank. If you've seen some of my other videos, you'll know that I have a generator, and how the hell does that go back in there? I have a generator, which we are going to cover at some point in time. And then I also have a bigger portable battery pack, which I can get out and show here in a second. Why is that not going in? Oh, it's because the cord was in the way. And then I also keep the charging cord for this tied right to the top there. That way I can, use a separate battery bank or separate source of power to get some battery to this guy here. So that is something I'm testing out, and it is from, I got this off of, where did I get this? I will link it down below, but I think I got this from Etsy, or where did I get that? It was from either Etsy or Temu. I think it was maybe Temu, actually. Okay, so moving on. I keep a little, this is a AAA ran lantern. This was one of the first lanterns that I ever got, and it works decent. It's enough to get you a tiny bit of light, right? Lanterns are my favorite source of light because you get 360 degrees from your lanterns. Now, like I said, this is probably the cheapest, crappiest one that I have. I have two different propane style lanterns. I have 3 or 4 of the D-cell lanterns, and then I also have some rechargeable lanterns. This is kind of just one that was small enough to fit in this pack. I keep some headphones in there in case I need to listen to the emergency radio quietly. I also keep a plethora of different batteries in here, for flashlights, for lanterns, that sort of thing, for red dots, for all kinds of stuff. That's why I keep this little satchel of batteries in here. Now I have the D-cell batteries out of the lanterns because it will drain your batteries if you keep the lanterns in here. I have 3, 6, so there's 7 here. 7, 8, 9, 10. So I believe 2 of the lanterns take 3. and 2 of them might be 2. So I think that's why I have that situated that way, and I also keep a headlight in there as well. Just an El Cheapo headlight. I prefer the Energizer ones, which I have a couple of around my house. This is just solely for this kit though. And once you acquire, if you're just starting out, once you acquire more and more and more and more stuff, you can make more and more kits. And that is kind of how I have evolved. You know, you start out with stuff like this and a headlamp like that, and so on and so forth. And as you upgrade and continue down your journey, you will upgrade your stuff just naturally. And you can move the old to kits, different kits and different things. Do not get rid of them. Do not throw them out. As long as they are working, you know, as long as they are working, even if it's subpar equipment, if it's working, you can make a kit with it. Just make sure that you have backups that are backing up your backups. It's very simple. I also keep more nightsticks in here. I keep some paracord in here. I have a little pocket knife in here, just a, you know, El Cheapo little pocket knife that I beat the hell out of. Keep that in there. I keep a ton of these little candles in here. These things are fantastic items. I also have, what do I keep in here? Oh, I keep more battery packs in here. These things are crucial. I have probably 6 or 8 or 10 of these just for emergencies only. Not ones that we're using on a daily basis. Like I have one right here that I use on a daily basis. I have certain ones for everyday use, and then I have ones that do not leave my kits. And these are a couple that stay in this kit. I also keep, this is a hand warmer and battery bank from Zippo. Works very good, especially as the hand warmer, but I've also tested it solely as a battery backup, and it works very good. I'll probably be getting another one of these someday. I also keep the charger for one of my O lights in here. The O light is not in here, but I keep the charger in here for it. I also keep an El Cheapo in here, like for on the go type of a deal. Super glue. You never know when you'll need some super glue. Now, like I said, this is not everything that I could possibly need, but it is plenty to get you started and going. You have lanterns, you have nightsticks, you have an emergency radio, you have candles, flashlights, you have extra batteries for your different items, you have a power station or a bigger portable battery. Now, like I said, that is one that I'm testing. One that I've tested and has been proven is this guy here, which I have a video up on this on the channel. This thing is an absolute lifesaver, built like a tank, and I have used this over and over and over again to test it and in emergencies, and it is still running strong. I love this thing, and I would love to get another one of these someday as well. So, you know, I would invest in something like that if you can. You know, those are $100 to $150, where those are $20. So if that's all you can afford right now, then get that. You know, that way you have something, or get a couple of these small portable ones. And once you continue up your journey, you can get bigger and better lanterns, different lanterns that have different capabilities. Like I said, I have AAAs, I have D-cell ones, I have rechargeable ones like you see here, which are fantastic lanterns. And they last quite a while as well off one charge. And then I also have ones that run off propane. So it's good to have a variety. You can upgrade your flashlights as time goes on. That's the mini Javelot from Olight. It's also good to have some of these around. They have red light. They have blinking light. They also have just a low white light and then a high white light. I have a couple of these around the house, and they are also great. Magnetized on the back, so you can put it on your fridge or wherever you can stash a magnet. But that is, in a sense, my lights out kit. It is enough to get me going and get me started, and I know where everything is. That is how I do that. You can always add things to it. You can always exchange things and upgrade things, of course. But it is good to have a system for if your power goes out, to have some lighting utensils and ways to keep those running as long as humanly possible. Definitely a great investment to have some things when your power is out to light your house, to heat your house, and to have the fuel or power to keep them up and running. The next video, or one of the next videos we'll be doing, is my get home bag and what I keep in it, all that sort of thing. I hope somebody out there gets something out of this. It helps somebody along the way, gives them an idea. Let me know down in the comments if this helped you out or what you would like to see next on the channel. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below if you are not subscribed to the channel. Would love to have you here. Otherwise, guys, that is the lights out video, and I will catch you on the next one.